Good morning, everybody. We now begin with Standard 5 English, Unit 3, Poem. The name of the poem is Shadow. What is a shadow? We all have a shadow. We see it in the morning, afternoon, and evening. It is always with us. When light is stopped by an object, when light is obstructed by an object, a shadow falls. So now let us see what this poem is trying to tell us about its shadow. Unit 3, My Shadow. Do you know, whenever there is light, someone follows you? Have you ever wondered who it is? So, as I just said, whenever there is light and it is obstructed by an object, we find there is a shadow. So, let us read this poem and understand what it tries to tell us. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. And what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. So, in this paragraph, the poet tries to tell us that he's got a shadow, and that shadow goes with him anywhere that he goes. It is in and out with him. And he says that what is the use of it is only that he can see the shadow. Otherwise, he is of no use. And the shadow is same like him, like the poet, right from his head to the toe till the heel. The shadow is same like the poet, and he says that when I jump into my bed, my shadow is the first one to jump into the bed before him. So this is the way he's describing his shadow. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an Indian rubber ball. And he sometimes gets so little that there's none of him at all. As we know that a normal shadow, the size of a shadow keeps on changing throughout the day. In the morning, it is a little long, and towards the afternoon at 12 o'clock, you will find the shadow becomes short. And again in the evening, you will see that the shadow is little longer. Why is this? Because of the position of the sun. In the morning, the sun is still rising from the east. So, it is at the back of us. So, our shadow is taller in size, and in the afternoon, it is right over our head. So, the shadow seems to be little shorter. And again in the evening, because of the position of the sun, we find the shadow little taller. So in this paragraph, the poet is trying to say that the shadow, it has a funny way of growing. It is not as normal as other children. Why? Because it keeps on changing the length. Sometimes it is short, sometimes it is tall. And sometimes it jumps up like a India rubber ball. How we jump, bounce a ball and it goes right up. So in that way, he's trying to compare the shadow with the bouncing of a rubber ball. And sometimes he sees the shadow very small. In the mornings, mostly the shadows are very small. So this is the way in this paragraph he's showing, and he's trying to explain that the shadow has a funny way of growing. One morning, very early, before the sun, I was up. I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an arrant sleepyhead had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. In this paragraph, the poet is trying to say that one day he woke up very early in the morning before the sun would rise. So when he woke up, he found there were water droplets. Shining dew means the water droplets that are found on all the rose plants and other trees and small leaves. So here he saw those drops of water on every buttercup. Buttercup is a type of a flower. Then he said that he was woken, but still his little shadow was as bad as a sleepy head. He wanted to still sleep, and he was in bed as fast as sleep, and he did not come out of bed. Why was he in the bed? Because the sun had still not risen. So the shadow of the poet was not to be yet seen. So he calls his shadow this time a sleepy head, a very bad. Errant means a bad sleepy head, because he did not get up with him. Right early in the morning before the sun rises, none of us can see a shadow. So here he says that the shadow is a sleepy head. So children, who is the poet of this poem? Robert Louis Stevenson. And children, if you remember, we have done this poem in standard 4. So I am sure it would be easy for you to understand this here. Here are some new words and their meanings. India rubber ball, a ball that bounces very high. Buttercup, a yellow flower. Errant, bad. Answer the following. Question 1. Who do you think your shadow looks like? Answer 1. I think my shadow looks like me. I repeat, I think my shadow looks like me. Question 2. Why do you think your shadow jumps into the bed before you can? Answer 2. When I go near the bed, my shadow falls on the bed before I can get into my bed. I repeat, when I go near the bed, my shadow falls on the bed before I can get into my bed. Question 3. What time of the day do you think it is when your shadow is the tallest? Answer 3. The shadow is tallest in the morning because the sun is just above the horizon. Horizon means the place where the sun is just rising. The line which we feel the sky and the earth is joining, that line is called the horizon. I repeat, the shadow is the tallest in the morning because the sun is just above the horizon. Read the lines from the poem and answer the following. This is like in reference to context. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head. And there are 3 questions based on these 2 lines. The first question is, who does he refer to? Second is, who does me refer to? And your third question is, why are he and me alike? So depending on these 2 lines, we need to answer the 3 questions. The first one, who does he refer to? He refers to the shadow. Your second question was, who does me refer to? Me refers to the poet. And your third question, why are he and me alike? Answer 3 is, he and me are alike because he is the shadow of me. So that is why they both are the same. Now we need to discuss and answer the following. What would you do if? If means you have to just imagine an answer. It is not necessary that it can happen to you. So your first one is a dog chases you. Chases means if a dog runs behind you. So what would you do? So the answer can be I would not run. The dog will also stop chasing. Means if you don't run being scared of the dog, then the dog also won't run behind you. So you are not supposed to be afraid or scared when a dog is barking at you. You have forgotten your homework copy at home. Then what would you do if it happens to you? Your answer can be I'll tell the truth to the teacher. Sometimes certain children they say we have forgotten, but we don't know what the truth is. Why do they say so? Because they are afraid that the teacher will scold us. So it is better to speak the truth and tell whatever it is to the teacher. Your third one, you are alone in a room and the lights go off. Sometimes in the night, when it is dark, we need the light in the room. But suddenly, if you are alone and the lights go off, what will you do? I'll wait till light comes back and arrange a candle light. You have to wait till the light comes back, or if it is dark in the room, you have to search for a candle and light it. Fill in the blanks using one of the words given in the brackets. Now in the brackets, all the WH words are given to us. We have to choose any one from those words. Your first one is, where is the child dash parent have come to school? So mostly these words are used as relative pronouns. They are joining two sentences. The second one, I saw many houses dash were quite spacious. Third one, mathematics dash is my favorite subject, is so interesting. Fourth, the poem dash you read out is so lovely. I know the street dash he lives on. Sixth, I like reading books dash have pictures in it. Seventh, the old lady dash I met in your house is my neighbor. So now let us choose and fill in all the blanks. The first one, where is the child whose parents have come to school? Second, I saw many houses which are quite spacious. Spacious means very big. Third one, mathematics, which is my favorite subject, is so interesting. Fourth, the poem that you read out is so lovely. Fifth, I know the street that he lives on. Sixth, I like reading books which have pictures in it. Seventh, the old lady whom I met in your house is my neighbor. So children, your homework is to learn the poem by heart. Write the poem one time in your notebook. Then write the meanings, question answers, and the textual exercises, if there is enough place in the textbook, so you can write it in the textbook. So keep learning. Thank you and have a nice day.